game, playing the game, and doing the game very well. His SCVs or mine, he's going to be doing the same build as usual, unless he has decided to switch it up for this game specifically. Also, could everyone please note down, today is the day that BelleNOiR was too much of a cow to play me whilst I introduce Fluttershy, who is a supremely good Zerg player up in the top right. He will be going and taking his 15 hatch in this game, and just continuing on into a very strong style. Fluttershy taking the previous game, possibly going to go for the same sort of thing. It all depends on what he scouts. Fluttershy, reactionary to the extreme, and actually he just goes for that quick extractor trick to get his 11th drone out.
Oh, do continue. I'm just going to lay back and let you do all the work.
Oh, that's fine, because I can cast solo, and as long as you're my observer, then I'll be fine. So, at the moment,
I'm just kidding. I want to ask you, what did you say I am?
I said you're a giant yellow-bellied coward.
Coward?
MFCeon is sending out 2 SCVs very early. He's going to...
Oh, wait, hold that thought. We have a barracks being constructed in the middle of the map.
That was my thought! You stole my thought! I was saying
That's
2
what...
SCVs pushing out into the middle of the map. What are you doing?
That's what casters do. They steal each other's thoughts.
But my thoughts
get
are
used to
precious
it.
to me.
Well, my rings are precious to me and people steal them.
No one cares about your rings, BelleNOiR. All we care about is Brood War, and you won't even play that with me.
Sometimes during a fun action, alright? Some Monday, I'll work up the courage to face you in Brood War custom map.
What?
You up for it?
What race will you be playing?
Brood House, of course.
Okay, I'll be playing Zerg. Easy!
Oh shit. You're gonna make Hydra. You're gonna Hydra rush me, I know it.
I'm gonna lurker rush you. But anyway, the first Marines are on the way, and Fluttershy is only just now seeing this aggressive style out of Xeon. He scouted no expansion, no barracks behind the mineral line, so he must be expecting some sort of double proxy. So Xeon has to make this do as much damage as he possibly can. Try and kill as many drones as possible. And Fluttershy is so late on his pool. It's only just 20 seconds done now. So it was a 3-minute pool, and Fluttershy is going to see these barracks as he comes round, potentially.
He is not. In fact, he does not see those barracks. He's going for the watchtower because he... Well, he should at least, because he didn't touch the watchtower. He hasn't touched the watchtower yet. And we have first Marines out of those barracks making their way towards Fluttershy's natural SCVs to build bunkers.
And
100
this
minerals.
is looking very strong for Xeon at the moment. He's got his bunker down. He's got quite a few SCVs there, and he just needs to micro very well. He gets one Marine gets surrounded, manages to pull it out. 1 Marine dead, 3 Marines still there alive, and most of those drones were pushed down and dead. So now Xeon is in a very good position, and thus far we have nothing on the way for Fluttershy to help him defend this.
Oh my god, you know what they say, if you let the Terran get 3 bunkers up near your natural, you might as well GG straight away. And Fluttershy needs to keep, that's why he didn't cancel, he needs the larva from this hatchery for as long as possible. He's trying to do something with this with these Zerglings, not going to work. He needs to save his units, keep them alive for as long as possible, mass more of them, and then he can go in. But
Xeon is just so much damage now, constantly pushing out, doing a little bits of damage, nibbling here, nibbling there, and this hatchery is going to have to die.
Yeah, it is going to die eventually. No, I do not think so. That spine crawler has not a long time to live. There it goes down. 3 bunkers still alive. More Marines being produced out of those proxy barracks. This hatchery has just seconds to live. Fluttershy has got 15 drones and it's over. No Zerglings out, only 15 drones. Those broodlings will nibble away at those bunkers for a short while, and now Xeon can just cancel bunkers, and
Xeon's ready to make his expansion, and oh no, he's going to make the expansion inside his own base.
Well, he does want to make a wall off because he sees that Fluttershy has not GG'd out of the game yet, so he is wary of a counterattack, and rightly so, because we do have a Roach Warren going down. So Fluttershy's basically, this is Fluttershy's only option to try to go for a counterattack once he gets rid of these bunkers. And he knows they are empty, so he rebuilds the expansion, repositions the spines, and he'll be looking to make a counterattack as fast as possible, because right now he's hugely behind.
But Xeon has a wall of barracks going up, and he's looking in a very comfortable position right now. He's going to be able to hold off any kind of marine Ling-Baneling attack that's going to be following up. The roaches might be more tricky for him to deal with, but if he can get a siege tank on the high ground, he's going to be in a very good position for the remainder of the game.
Indeed. We can see that the income is relatively even for both players, but Fluttershy does not have the second hatchery for the larva, whereas we have a third command center for Xeon. So Xeon is just looking to capitalize and compound his advantage that he already got. Huge wall of barracks, and once he gets himself established here, he will not even, I don't think he will even float that third command center to his third immediately.
No,
he'll
he's
just
going to
use
use
it
that
as a macro CC
Yeah.
until he gets all his upgrades and army up. And then he's just going to push out and smash Fluttershy into the ground, face forward.
So right now, if Xeon was to scan his opponent's base, he would see a few roaches out on the field, just 2 for the moment, and more just coming out. Fluttershy hasn't chosen to make an expansion again.
Wait a minute.
This is going to be a purely one base play from Fluttershy.
He did make an expansion before, when the bunkers were still there. Then he cancelled it after the bunkers and the SCVs left. He maybe wanted to try to metagame his opponent, and that now he decides to re-expand because with this Overlord he sees that there is a huge wall he will not be able to bust.
So Fluttershy, knowing he has the inability to bust, needs to catch up. He needs to get at least 3-4 bases operating as soon as possible. But look at the harvester count. 29 to 24. Xeon's just in a good position. He's just going to keep clocking up more and more harvesters ahead of Fluttershy whilst his army is growing. And he's going to be able to do a very strong push in a few minutes once he gets his own medivacs coming out 2-3 minutes from now. And once that push comes down with the +1/1 and medivacs, he's going to be able to rip through Fluttershy's defenses, which won't be very strong. He's so far behind. He has a few minerals, but a lot of gas stockpiled up. His saving grace might be Infestor play.
I think he'll go for Infestors because Infestors cost a lot of gas, not a lot of minerals. He's going to need those minerals for Overlords and drones, and he's going to be wanting to drone up like crazy. So Fluttershy just poking in here, trying to see what he can do, trying to, you know, divert the attention of his opponent for a little bit, even getting some SCV kills. Nice target firing there with the roaches. All he wants to do right now is keep his opponent as busy as possible, so that he can stabilize and bring himself up to a decent drone count. There is the infestation pit we were talking about going down in his main. A little bit shameful that he has all his tech buildings bunched up like this, because if they ever get dropped, they will get killed all at the same time, and you know, one scan reveals everything as well. So a little bit of a could be better, I guess. Fluttershy, oh, he may even get this barracks.
Fluttershy doesn't get the barracks. The Marauder pushing out can be able to help take down those roaches very quickly with the Marauder now. And he might even be able to clock down one of the roaches. And it's just going to be able to escape. And the Marauder is looking to make chase, but he doesn't want to get too far stretched away from his own army. And here, the medevac production is out. So Fluttershy has to be wary now, has to be cautious. The Marines, the 2 Marauders, just the 1 Marauder are heading across the map, so Fluttershy is probably going to lose this 3rd base. I don't see any way that he will be able to defend this.
Oh, and he has 13 larvae at his disposal right now. He needs to start making units ASAP, and there we have it, 13 roaches in production. But the stim is finished. We also have Medivac here for support. Now MFCeon can start to do the very annoying I am here, and then I'm here, and then I'm back here, and then I'm here drop play.
Indeed, Xeon can just take a few units, go up into the main whilst the rest are attacking at natural. He's just choosing the straight up punch into his opponent's face.
Yeah.
And he's getting in good concave. He's killing so many workers before they even reach his army, and that's such a massive loss for Fluttershy. He couldn't lose those workers. And now
we already
he's just
have
in a comfortable
26
position
down.
to lead through this game.
Well, Fluttershy does clean this up, sort of. There is the load up into the medevac. He will try to drop into the main base, maybe kill a queen, be content with that, maybe some drones, and then get out of there. Because he cannot reinforce this harassment, but he's causing all sorts of problems for Fluttershy, of course, who lost 20 additional drones. And his third base, whereas he is securing his third base right now. He has +2/+2 on the way. Marauder, Marine production with medevacs. I wouldn't be surprised if tanks would join them very, very soon. Siege tank is already done.
There is one siege tank on the field, so that is... Do you know where that is?
I'm looking for it right now.
Huh. It's an invisible siege tank, who knew?
Yeah, looks like it.
Oh, there it is.
Where?
It's just it's hiding on the ramp to the natural. Behind the rocks.
Oh, there it is. There it is, sitting like a chicken. Anyways, Fluttershy is going to the third of his opponent.
Chooses to come back towards the ramp, and he actually gets a good fungal off there. But
very nice fungal. He gets all of the units. 2 more fungals available. He can actually bring those units down if he wants to. 1 more fungal would do it. All the medevacs. Oh my god!
Range. Oh,
and they get away. Oh, that was so close. Fluttershy just for a split second not controlling that 4th infestor that just came into the fight. He could have killed all of that army and just go back, because frankly all of this is going to die if he attacks the 3rd base.
And Xeon's production is only now starting to kick into overdrive. We see him just pouring units out, and he's going to be able to defend against this attack rather easily, considering there's only 1 fungal available to his opponent.
Yeah, these infestors don't have burrow to boot, so he might have to sacrifice the roaches. There we go, to save those infestors. Those infestors get a little bit of a head start on the army, but you know, the 3rd base just now almost finished.
Fluttershy once again going for Hydralisks with range, abusing the fact that his opponent has lots of marauders, very few marines. But with siege tanks out, the Hydralisks won't do very well at all.
Well, as long as you can get rid of the siege tanks very fast somehow, then the Hydralisks actually have quite a lot of firepower. Not to mention that there is not that whole lot of an infantry here with this push for Xeon. No tanks, but there are 4 medevacs.
This push will still be able to take down the 3rd base again, and Fluttershy hasn't got much chance to be able to defend against this. He only has 3 fungals, 4th one coming up soon, and he's just going to drop the main base whilst this happens.
No, he's just he's just retreating the rest of the units. He's going to drop the main base. Fluttershy has no knowledge of this. MFCeon unloading at the... Oh, and he even gets this Overlord supply blocking Fluttershy, actually. With 1 Marines. Cute play. So the drop has been averted, but right now, this 3rd base for the Terran, that's Fluttershy's biggest problem. Not having his 3rd, and the Terran having his.
Indeed, and 2 more factories coming down, so the tank production will start going into overdrive, and that's when Roach Hydra is going to start becoming really weaker. And this is the same sort of unit count Fluttershy had last game where he beat Xeon, but just look at what Xeon has now to counter against it. There's so much on the field for him right now, and these units might get caught out of position.
Are going to meet. The siege tank is sieged. All Fluttershy's units are clumped up. The infestors with full energy. Will they go down? Will they land enough fungals? Good fungals.
Xeon has a gorgeous concave right now. He's going to rip through his opponent's units. There's
nothing
left for Fluttershy to defend against this. He's pumping out a few units, but he's not going to be able to defend his 3rd and 4th base right now. And Xeon can just push out again. It's these small engagements where Xeon is constantly in the lead. He's getting the small advantage, he's maintaining it, and he's consistently using small groups of units with such amazing efficiency that just boggles the mind at how he manages to do it every single time.
Well, it was just the positioning in that engagement. Fluttershy constantly... I mean, if you think about it, his main is mined out. His natural does not have long to go, maybe 10 more minutes. Maybe, and that's an overestimation. And oh, the 3rd, just as it finishes, it goes down immediately. 1 Hydra will get produced from that base, but I do think that hatching cocoon will get killed before it even reaches maturity. There go the Hydras, there go the Roaches, but against overwhelming odds, I don't think the survivability is very high, and MFCeon can just push in for the win right now. And there's the GG from Fluttershy. What a good
takes
game.
his second game now in this best of 5. Xeon needs to win 1 more. Fluttershy needs to win 2 more. So this is going to win very, very neck and neck as it's continuing through the matches.